This is The Confidence Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. In The Confidence Show, we're talking about confidence, happiness, success, purpose, and achieving your goals. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And remember, the truth is inside you. All right, what up, what up, what up? What's good, what's good, what's popping? You guys have tuned into The Confidence Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. Miles, what's going on, bro?
Man, I'm just out here being confident. You feel me? Just doing my thing, man. What's going on with you, Locario?
Chilling, getting out here, giving out this game, being confident. We got to make this happen every day, all day. You feel what I'm saying? So, guys, remember that if you are not on the Confidence Show Patreon, y'all need to be on there ASAP. Right now, patreon.com/The Confidence Show. You feel what I'm saying? Because as soon as we finish recording this, it's going straight on The Confidence Show. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So make sure you guys go to the patreon.com/The Confidence Show to watch all the other Confidence Show episodes. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys get that. Remember, we just are filming it on here because the stream is good, the audio is good. We want to get it crisp for you guys, but we need you guys to get on the patreon.com/The Confidence Show, and we're going to take this down off of YouTube right after we finish filming it. But today we're going to be talking about, should you forgive people who wronged you? Should you forgive people who did you dirty?
Hell no. Fuck them niggas.
People who was like, doing some bullshit to you. You feel what I'm saying? And I would say my answer to that would be yes and no. And I say yes and no. Now, I'd say no in the sense of, if a person, did some fucked up shit, or they disrespected you, try to play you, try to do something malicious to you, whatever, I don't think you should just forgive them just off the bat. You understand what I'm saying? What I would say is that if you do forgive them, it should be you forgiving them based off of them coming to you first, or based off of them coming to you to apologize, to say, yo, my bad, or making it up somehow for what they did. Then I'll forgive you. You understand what I'm saying? So let's say, for example, if somebody like stole some shit from me, or, did something fucked up to somebody, or somebody I love, or whatever it is like that, I'm not just going to forgive them. But if they came and they say, hey, listen, I apologize for what I did. That was fucked up. I shouldn't have did that. I wasn't in my right mind. Just do you send my apology, blah, blah, blah. At that point, I can forgive them, because they're humbling themselves to say, you know what? I did wrong. I fucked up. That was my bad. I shouldn't have did that type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? And then I can forgive you. But just to forgive off the bat, or just forget off the bat, hell fucking no. You understand what I'm saying? Hell fucking no. Because I know in the Bible, they talk about forgive your enemies and all that other stuff. Right. And I get it on that, on the extent of the, if we're looking at it in this like spiritual type of way, I get it. If we're looking at it where we're trying to sort of like be above the bullshit, I get it. But at the same time, you have to understand that, like, people nowadays, what it is they'll do a lot of fuck shit, and they'll continue to do fuck shit because they take your kindness for weakness. So if you just forgive them, it's like, oh, well, I could just do whatever and he'll just keep forgiving me. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I don't like that, to be able to forgive that type of person with that mentality. Now, I could sort of forgive them on like a spiritual level, on a way where I say, hey, you know what? I know this person got issues, and I know this person's on some fuck shit because they got issues, and I know they're on some BS because they got mental problems or whatever it is. So I could say I forgive them on that level, meaning I'm going to be above the bullshit and be the bigger person in the situation to, you understand what I'm saying? But, when we get down to the nitty gritty, right? I'm not going to just sit there and sort of like let it pass. I'm not just going to be like, yeah, just whatever, and just forgive them for nothing. Because, see, I feel like a person needs to also be worthy of forgiveness. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because I think there's this thing where, like, then this is why I said, if the person comes to me and apologizes and is like, man, look, I'm, because I feel like that person is worthy of forgiveness. Right. Because they're also the same way you want me to forgive. That person also on the flip side is trying to right their wrongs. You understand what I'm saying? So because I see you trying to right your wrong, then yeah, I'll definitely forgive you. You understand what I'm saying? Like we could put that all behind us. But if you continue to fucking do some bullshit, like how the hell you gonna just, oh, well, I forgive this person every time they do something crazy and they keep doing crazy shit. They don't realize the error of their ways and they keep getting shit, they keep doing crazy ass shit. So it's like, is forgiving them really, you understand what I'm saying, making any progress? Is it like, you know what I mean? Like, is that making anything change? You understand? Right. But Miles, what's your thoughts on that shit?
Well, okay. So you got forgive and you got forget, right? Mm-hmm. You must never forget.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You must never forget. But so there's a part of me where it's like I have like a objective, understanding, an objective, mature understanding where I forgive you even before you do it. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that, because again, it's all about like you and your identity, right? So it's like, I don't want to let anything you do get the best of who I am or change who I am or change my integrity. You understand? Right. Or change, like, how some people, I always like to spray Lysol in my shoes. I always like to spray Lysol in my shoes. I do it every day. Right. But then, let's just say President Trump tweeted some shit I didn't like.
Right.
So today I'm not gonna spray Lysol in my shoes because of President Trump. Because his tweet just it just triggered me.
Right.
But today I'm not gonna spray Lysol in my shoes like I usually do. And it's like, see, when you give people the power to change your character, to change who you are, right. You understand? That could be dangerous. So it's like, well, so that's what I mean when I try to have an objective, like forgiveness, even before you do the bullshit. You understand? Right. Because I already understand that you're not perfect, and I already understand that you might end up doing some bullshit. But the point is, the reason why I have to forgive you, and the reason why I forgive you even before you do the bullshit, is because no matter what, I still got to do what I got to do and be who I got to be regardless.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that's the part that that a lot of people don't understand when it comes to forgiveness. It's like, you think that you because a lot of people are looking at it like it has something to do with the other person.
Right.
You understand? But forgiveness is really for you. You understand? Forgiveness is really for you, to the point where you don't even have to tell the other person that you forgive them.
Right.
You don't ever have to really speak to them again, really.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially certain things that people do, like certain things, I don't really need to interact with you ever again. Like, ain't no malice or nothing. Like, if I see you, I ain't gonna do nothing crazy or nothing like that. But right. I don't really need to fuck with you. Because you already like certain things that people do to you, they show you exactly who they are. And I don't need to know anything else about you like that.
Right.
And so I forgive you, meaning on a spiritual level, look, I don't hold no grudges, and I'm not trying to hold on to the place of victimhood that I felt you put me in at that given time.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because that's what we do. Sometimes when we hold on to grudges, it's like we're holding on to that victim mentality where it's like, oh yeah, he did this to me. Oh yeah, she did that to me. Like all these dudes that be getting mad at women, like, oh, why women did this and this chick played me and that chick divorced me and hypergamy and female nature and blah blah blah. Like they want to hold on to the victimhood. You understand? What I'm saying is, on a spiritual level, even if you don't actually say it to the person, within yourself, you're better off just forgiving them.
Right. Exactly.
And understanding that, look, people ain't perfect. A lot of people out here ain't shit, really.
Right.
So, but let me embrace that. Let me come to terms with that fact, and allow myself to maintain my identity and my character and move on from it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So like, it's like, look, like, you know, it's like when I'm talking about, you know, love these women as God loves. It's like, I already forgive you because I already know you ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or better yet, I already know you have the possibility of not being shit.
Right. Exactly.
So when you show that you ain't shit, it's like, I already saw that.
Right.
And already saw that. And I've been working on my character and who I am so heavy.
Mm-hmm.
That even with you doing that bullshit, you still can't stop what I'm doing.
Right. Right.
You understand? Because for me to stop and take time and be like, yo, I hate that nigga. Fuck that nigga for doing that. And this, that, and the third. And I can't stand it. And the way he made me feel and the way she made me feel when she did that, it just totally ruined my whole perception of life. And it's like, I can't allow that.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I can't allow none of that stuff to stop what I'm doing or to change my brain, my mindset.
Right.
You understand? I need to continue going. So, because you know, it's like some people where there's like, you know, if one person does something bad to them, it's like, oh, everybody is bad.
Right. Right.
Everybody's wrong. But see, let's just say you're in the type of business where you need people to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you're in the type of business where you need, and you're passionate about the business and you love it, right? And you need people to be successful. So the first person you get into business with, they do you wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens? You hold on to that grudge.
Right.
And you're like, oh, fuck people. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. And what happens? You slow yourself down from being successful.
Mm-hmm.
Because you need people to be successful.
Right.
At some point, you're going to have to, you know, try to trust another person at some point if you want to continue your success.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? But when you hold on to that victimhood, to that, you know, to the thing that one particular person did to you in the beginning, you're stopping yourself from getting in contact with more people and to continue your success. You understand? So you're actually holding yourself back because you're stuck in the frame of mind and in the frame of mind that you were in when it happened to you, and the frame of time. Right. The frame of time of when it happened to you. You understand? And you're not allowing yourself to grow and change. You understand? It's like, again, you know, it's always so easy to reference these MGTOW niggas or these incels or whatever. It's like they take one, like, or even the average guy who talks to one chick. You understand? Oh, I hollered at one chick and she rejected me. So I'm, you know, forget cold approach.
Right, right.
I'm gonna just wait for choosing signals for now on. You understand? And it's like in the beginning, in your mind, you were that guy who was willing to go out and be sociable, willing to approach and meet new people. You understand? And that was who you are. But because one thing happened, you allowed that to change your whole character. And what you didn't realize is that you allowing that to change your character changed the whole trajectory of your life. Right. Because now you're the type of guy that's going to be waiting for choosing signals for the rest of your life. So all the girls that you would have met and could have met if you stuck to cold approach, you're not going to meet those girls now. Right. You understand? Now you're just going to be subject to whoever gives you a choosing signal. You feel me? And that is you allowing an incident because you didn't have the strength and the confidence to forgive. You allowed it to change the trajectory of your entire life. And like you allowed it. So you basically gave someone else the power of the trajectory of your fate. Right, right. You literally put you put your fate in the hands of somebody else based on, you know, you wanted to claim victimhood and stay and hold a grudge forever. You understand? And the thing is, nobody's saying to get back with that person and do it again. Right. You understand? But what I'm saying is you have to free yourself. You have to free yourself from the incident. Right. You understand? You have to free yourself from the trauma. It's just like, you know, when they tell you to go to counseling and go get therapy. You know, you talk it out so you can, you know, get it off your chest and free yourself from the stagnation of holding on to that incident, holding on to that trauma, holding on to that negativity. And, you know, like I said, holding on to that victimhood. Right. You understand what I'm saying? And right. and again, the forgiveness is not for the other person. The other person. You don't even have to say nothing to them. Right. You don't even have to say, yo, I forgive you. You don't have to say that to them. They don't even need to know. Right. Exactly. Forgiveness is you, because here's what you're really forgiving. What you're really forgiving is you allowing yourself to be put in a situation to get done wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So you're really forgiving yourself.
Mm-hmm.
When you say you forgive, it's really not about the other person. You're forgiving yourself for allowing yourself to be put in a situation, and you allow that other person to have the access to do something bad to you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying, all right, you know what? I forgive the situation, but you're really saying I forgive myself for allowing that person to do me wrong.
Mm-hmm. And also you can look at it like you forgive yourself for even having the perspective that anybody could really do you wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's
because you should be more powerful than that anyway.
Right. That's a whole nother level, because the thing is, a lot of times we take what people say or do or whatever, and then we're like, oh, this person did this to me, this person did that to me. But the thing is, even if a person is literally doing, like, a person could punch you in the face, you understand what I'm saying? And so they did that. They punched you in the face, right? But what happens is that, let's say they punch you in the face, you have fought or whatever, and all this other stuff. So you're like, man, fuck that motherfucker. They did it, you know, and then you're like, and then so we're talking about forgiveness, and it's like, okay, how do you forgive you know, that guy, right? But it's not even about forgiving the guy. It's about forgiving it's more about forgiving like the energy of the situation. It's
right.
Like you're saying, you're gonna take the anger that you have for that situation and keep it with you. It's like you're carrying this bag of anger. You know what I'm saying? And everywhere you go, you still have that bag.
That's why they call it. That's why they call it baggage.
Baggage, right? So drop that shit. You feel me? Right. Like drop all that shit. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like drop it. So it's not to say that you got to be friends with that motherfucker. You ain't got to work with that motherfucker. You ain't got to you know, worry about that person. You understand what I'm saying? Because that person got their own issues as to why they even did that in the first place, right? So it's not about them. It's really about you taking it upon yourself to get yourself mentally to a certain level to where none of that shit really gets to you. Because if you think about it, like you said, you're allowed, and when you say, well, this person did me wrong and this person did this, you're allowing all these other outside things to basically run your life.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
You're making it run your life. You see what I mean?
Yep.
So that's the thing, is that because listen, I personally, there's been, you know, certain people that I'm just like, man, I don't fuck with this motherfucker. This person did this shit. They said that shit. And, you know, I still even struggle with that too till this day, where I'm like, man, why am I even still like, you know, annoyed or upset about this shit? You feel what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yo, fuck all of that. And it's like, and it's a thing where I don't have to deal with the person. I don't have to be friends with that motherfucker. But at the same time, I'm only hurting myself when I keep thinking about it, or I keep, like, if I see that person, I'm like, man, fuck that nigga. You understand? Me even having that energy to even take that person seriously or think about that person or make it an issue if I see that person, whatever, that's coming onto me. That's me. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because it's like, I remember, who was it? I think it was Wayne Dyer. He's a spiritual teacher. He said something about, he said, you know, people don't die from snake bites. They die from the venom from the snake bite. So what he said, you're not, it's not the event that happened. It's you carrying the fucking feeling of the event with you for all this time. So it's the afterthought. It's the you understand what I'm saying? So it's all that shit you're carrying that causes the pain and the suffering and the anger and the frustration. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, so it's not about, because I think when people think of forgiving, I think we look at it in the sense of, we're saying it's okay that this person did this action.
No, you know,
that's like the hard part about it, because he's like, forgive this motherfucker, fuck that. Right. Because you know what I mean? But it's more so about, you know, it's more so about forgiving yourself for saying, you know, I forgive myself for being so frustrated and angry and upset, for allowing myself to get to that point when I understand that I don't need to be there. I can have peace. You feel what I'm saying?
Look, I just looked up the definition, right? It says to stop feeling angry or resentful towards someone for an offense. Mm-hmm. It has nothing to do with towards someone. You understand? But here's the operative. The most important part is to stop feeling angry or resentful.
Right. Exactly.
That's really it.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it. So you're not giving the person a pass. You're not telling them that it's okay that they did what they did.
Right.
You're literally deciding to stop feeling angry or resentful as a result of whatever happened, whatever transpired.
Exactly.
And it's important to look at it, like I said, look at it as, don't necessarily look at it as that person did something to you. Put yourself in the driver's seat. Give yourself the power and say, look, I put myself in position for that person to do something to me. You get what I'm saying? I put myself in position for that person to do something to me. So when it comes down to the forgiveness factor, is really me forgiving myself. You understand? And then again, like you said, to take it to the next level, is like you got to be able to look at your life, look at who you are, and have the confidence to understand that those things shouldn't have any power over you anyway.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You shouldn't allow those things to have power over you anyway. Like you should be able to have the type of mindset where, your well-being and your level of confidence, your level of self-love, your level of self-image is strong in the face of all of those things.
Right.
You understand? Is strong and A1 and 100% in the face of any of those things, where it's like, well, yeah, bad things can happen, but they can't hurt me though. You understand what I'm saying? Bad things can happen, but I will not allow them to hurt me, because it's like this. Imagine you someplace chilling, having a good time, you laughing and joking, and then somebody that did you wrong or whatever walks into the room. Right. In a healthy situation, you're supposed to continue laughing, joking, and having a good time. You understand? But when that person walks in the room, if you start getting mad and yo, fuck that nigga, and you start all those feelings of hatred and this and that start boiling up inside of you, right? That's something that's going on in your own mind.
Right. Exactly.
All that person did was walk into the room because they're out to have a good time and do whatever they're doing as well. Now, if it's something different if you're now on your guard a little bit because you notice a dangerous person walk into the room, that's a whole different story. Right. But that feeling of anger and resentment that boils up inside of you, that has everything to do with the fact that you didn't let go of the situation.
Exactly.
From before. You understand? Now, if you're again moving forward, it's like, well, I know that person is a certain type of person. So I can only let them get so close.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So if you're on this side of the room and the person is in the room, but they're on the other side of the room talking to whoever they talking to, you have no reason to change up your demeanor necessarily, or to change your mood. The only thing is that and the beautiful part too is that when things happen, when people do things to you and all of this and all of that, think of it as a blessing. Think of it as them showing you what and who they are. You understand? Think of it as a lesson.
Right.
Understand? Because look, a lot of people might look at life's challenges as, challenges and terrible situations. But we have to remember that when you reach certain levels of like spiritual confidence and, strength and you understand your value. Right. The difficulties of life are actually opportunities for you to flex your confidence muscles.
Exactly.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Facts. That's some real shit.
That's what it is.
That's some real shit.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ask, oh, why does God let bad things happen to good people? Because God is looking at you and like, oh, so you think you good, huh?
Right. Exactly.
I want to see how good you actually are, my nigga.
Exactly. Right.
You feel me? You could say that you're good. You understand? You could, oh yeah, I'm good. I'm this, I'm that. And I'm righteous and but let somebody, let somebody steal your car, or let somebody break into your house, or let somebody, do something bad to you. How good are you then? Right. You understand? Because the most God-fearing Christian ass, angel person who's, the most, he would never hurt a fly.
Right.
Let somebody step on their shoes.
Mm-hmm.
You see this nigga beating somebody's ass and stomping them out just for stepping on their fucking shoes. And you looking at them like, hold up.
Right.
I thought you was a God-fearing Christian ass, saint ass nigga. How you beating niggas ass in the street?
Mm-hmm.
And then you say, what happened? Well, he stepped on my shoe.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like that shit. So I had to beat his ass.
Right.
Nigga, are you serious?
Right.
I thought, but so you're really not that person. The
Mm-hmm.
person who you say you are is conditional.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no integrity to your character.
Mm-hmm.
You're only a nice person if nobody happens to step on your shoe.
Exactly.
But if somebody steps on your shoe, you the same, violent, thug ass, dumbass nigga like the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So there's nothing special about your character if your character, the righteousness of your character is conditional.
Exactly.
You feel me? And that's what that's a part of forgiveness. Because listen, if I say that I'm a saintly person and I'm righteous, I'm standing here chilling, minding my business, looking fresh with my brand new sneakers, and somebody step on my sneakers.
Right.
I can't let that change my character if I am who I say I am.
Mm-hmm.
I have to continue on being saintly. So when he steps on my sneakers, I'll be like, hey, brother, pardon me, you stepped on my sneaker, but don't worry about it. It's all good. You have a nice day.
Mm-hmm.
And niggas looking at you like, well, that's that nigga. That's who he said he was.
Mm-hmm.
He's a saintly, righteous type of dude. So even though the dude stepped on his sneakers, he still treated him like it was his brother.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it's really about. That's what it's really about. It's about you knowing who you are to the point where even if somebody does you wrong, you have the integrity and the consistency of character and confidence
Mm-hmm.
to continue on being exactly who you are, even though.
Exactly. And I think that's the key is that when we talk about forgiveness, taking the focus off of the other person or the situation that happened and put the focus more on yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of times it was hard when people say, well, just forgive the person. People are like, oh, but I don't like that person. I'm going to forgive somebody I don't like. You feel what I'm saying? Or that person that did this, I don't like what they did. So it's like, because even I was talking about that earlier, and I like what you said about how it's about forgiving yourself for upsetting yourself. You see what I'm saying? Getting yourself riled up and angry. Because I always tell people, look, nobody really gets you angry. Nobody really gets you upset. It's all coming from you. So you can forgive yourself for putting yourself through that anger, frustration, and hurt while the situation was happening. Let that go and then keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. You see what I mean? That's some real shit.
Yep.
Real shit. Nah, that's some real shit. Cause shout out to he said Infinite Waters Diving Deep says whoever angers you controls you. That's fact.
Facts.
That's facts.
Yo, is that dude still making videos? Infinite Waters Diving Deep?
Yeah, that's the dude. That's the man right there.
That's the guru for real.
Oh yeah. That motherfucker be on point. You know what I'm saying? That's my man's right there. But yeah, that's what it is, man. But anything else you want to say before we get up out of here?
Look, confident. A big part of confidence is being able to forgive, right?
Facts.
And we want to talk about confidence. We want to talk about understanding ourselves and who we are, and having the confidence to move forward even through trauma that was inflicted on us by other people.
Mm-hmm.
We have to have confidence to move forward and to not worry about the wrong that was done to us, but the will to continue loving ourselves enough to really have a desire to continue being who we are in spite of.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Not don't change who you are because something happened to you. No, maintain who you are in spite of something happening to you. Why? Because who you are is more important than the thing that happened.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Your identity is more important than the thing. And that's what confidence is about. Believing in who you are, believing in your identity. So even though they step on your shoe, even though they spit in your face, even though they talk about you behind your back, that doesn't change. That can't change who you are.
Right.
Of course. I mean, it's one thing to be disappointed, like, oh man, it's disappointed that he did that. But again, when you understand certain things about life, you already know that people ain't perfect. You already know that people might do some dumb shit. You understand? So it's up to you to know where to position yourself mentally and spiritually to understand that, look, people are going to do dumb shit. People are going to fuck up. People are going to make mistakes. Even I'm going to make mistakes. You understand? but I'm in a spiritually confident and consistent position enough to forgive you, happy, even like I said, before it happens.
Right.
Because I know that me being who I am and having integrity in my character is more important than worrying about anything that you might do to me. See what I'm saying?
Right. That's facts. That's facts. And so, guys, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Remember, guys, to make sure that you go to patreon.com/The Confidence Show so you can watch all the other Confidence Show episodes. Make sure you guys watch that. We got 43 people watching live right now. All crazy. Y'all should be on the Confidence Show Patreon. So go to the Patreon and go to the Confidence Show and join that. It's only $10 a month, people. Come on.
Yeah. You get this heavy ass spiritual game. You feel me?
Exactly. So make sure you guys support the Confidence Show. All the other Confidence Show episodes are on there right now. Make sure you guys go to patreon.com/The Confidence Show to check that out. All right. So
somebody said we need an episode on apologizing. We might do that next week.
Right. Yeah, that could work. All right. So, man, we appreciate everybody tuning in, and we holler at y'all later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We out. Later. Peace.